Hey guys, what's going on today? This is me, Dalsu, here with a brand new Let's Play. This is Forest Village, Life is Feudal, and a lot of you guys have asked for this. I suppose a lot of people on the channel are big fans of like village simulators and games where you can sort of have a little population and do some building and some trading and some resource gathering, and this is exactly what this is. It's basically like Banished in almost every way, except it's way prettier. And you can also terraform. So besides that, I can't find any real huge difference. Now I have about 2 hours into this game, and as far as I know, it is still under development, like almost every game I seem to be playing these days. But it's fun, and like I say, it's really beautiful. Is the main thing that struck me about it. So this is going to be a playthrough. We're going to name it... It's an island, so I suppose we could name it... Dalsu's Island. Super creative today. I'm really unique and original these days. So let's see. Map size is going to be small. I don't know what relief. Okay, relief must be elevation, right? So we'll go with plains, and we'll go with a mild climate. I'm gonna turn disasters off because I'm a pussy, and also because I just don't like dealing with disasters in these kind of games, especially on Let's Plays, because as you're going back and rebuilding all the same stuff that you just built that the tornado destroyed, basically you're just grinding at that point. You're not showing something unique or original or new about the game, and so I don't think it really works very well with Let's Plays. Perhaps some of you would rather see that. Okay, let's pause the game, and before we even start, just look at how fucking gorgeous this game is. I mean, really. Eat your heart out, Banished. This is putting my, high-tier system to a little more use than Banished was. So anyway, that's the coolest thing that strikes you about it. The water's really cool, too, lapping at the shore. I like how it's on an island. And the island is deep and impenetrable. Well, it's not actually impenetrable, it just looks that way. But it's covered in forest. There are some moss-covered stones. There are blueberry bushes. All this kind of good stuff. There's a fucking bear. No, that's a moose. Anyway, there's all kind of stuff in the forest to deal with and play with. And now I've lost my village. That's sort of the sign that you're not a great mayor if you lose the village right off the bat. Okay, so these are our houses. We have just basic shacks. It appears I have a homeless person. I'm not sure if that's because he hasn't found his house yet or because he actually is homeless. We could fix that with just a simple upgrade. However, it's going to kick all these people out. And I think it kills the children when they get kicked out of their house in this game. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to build a new thing. Immediate goals are securing a source of food, which is probably going to be fishing in this case. We are island dwellers after all. Grabbing some wood from around here and also just opening up some space for further building. And a new house. I think we probably have the resources on hand for a new house, but let me see. I'm going to go with a small house because it's way cheaper. Yeah, we actually do have those resources on hand. We may have to do a little bit of terraforming. I think we can get away with it right here. Boom. Okay, so that's going to be our first building. Let's pull up the menu that I'm always closing, which shows our total pop and where their jobs are. So we can go ahead and assign 2 builders to that task. In the meantime, we've got 4 people who are kind of unemployed. So we are going to use them for a few things. I haven't really figured out how hay works. I know that you can collect hay from the surrounding area. So we'll do a bit of that. I don't know if you can actually ever grow hay or not. I haven't gotten that far into the game yet. But there's the hay. We're also going to collect stone. That's just immediately around. And we're going to collect any ore that's just immediately around. I know this is a lot of stuff for them to do, but we're going to speed things up so it'll happen fast. I don't like to play this game on slow. It doesn't seem to be super difficult, so I'm not going to play it on slow for right now. I've heard that it can get difficult in the future, but it's not so difficult right now in the early stages, and so there's a lot of waiting around if you... I mean, it's very slow to progress through the years. I think 1 year of game time, if you're playing on the slowest difficulty, it might take as long as an hour. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I was trying to play on slow difficulty originally, and it was just way too slow paced. Which is good, though. I like that ability to be able to slow things down that much, you know, to where you're not going to make any huge mistakes. Anyway, boom. This house got built fast. You can see they've gotten some firewood. They've got some fish. It's all gravy. I don't know where these people came from. Looks like one person from each shack has decided to upgrade to a deluxe apartment here. Okay, and then plus one person who was homeless. So I guess that makes sense. Alright, step 2 is going to be fishery, I think. Because that's just a great source of year-round food. And it's a little bit tricky to get it to position properly. Yep. Boom. Okay. So we're going to let the 2 builders we have assigned just ride and then do that as well. Meanwhile, the resource gathering continues. There's some sort of varmint. Appears to be a wolf. There are a lot of like scary looking animals that come out of the woods. I have not been attacked by any of them yet. Now, I don't know if that will possibly happen later, but it hasn't happened yet, so. We have all the resources for this. Okay, so this can take as many as 3 fishermen. I'm not going to do 3 right now. I'm going to do 2. I'm going to get rid of the builders, and I'm going to assign some trees be chopped down. Just in the immediate vicinity. Sort of clear out these woods a little bit so we have room to build, and also some wood to build with. There's a bear. I saw it. There it is. Don't worry, they're nice. It's a friendly giant. Alright, so we should have a baby or 2 born here in these shacks. We can also upgrade these shacks. One of the things I like about this is you can upgrade almost everything. Which in vanilla Banished you couldn't necessarily... There wasn't a whole lot of upgrade chains. And there's not really a lot of what you'd call upgrade chains here either. But there are some opportunities to upgrade things. You can see here, for example, if we wanted to upgrade this. Extra bedroom, average pregnancy chance, capacity would be 4 residents. So, and the happiness goes up, which apparently is good for efficiency. Who knew? So anyway, we'll let our workers do that. Although it looks like they might actually be done with all that work that I assigned. They do it very quickly if you have the speed up. So I guess we'll pause it there and we'll decide what to do next. Do we want to upgrade these? Another building that would be useful is a forester. Of course, he requires full-time staff of 3 or 2 people. I think 2 people. And then an accompanying firewood chopper, because we are going to need firewood. But that's going to pretty much require my entire population. So I don't think I want to do that right now. I think I'd rather have some babies, and the thing that's going to allow me to do that is upgrading all these and shifting 2 people into being builders. And then we're going to upgrade all of these. It's pretty cheap to upgrade. You have to actually confirm it, sorry. But that's going to kick the people out. I just realized. You don't want it, well, as long as they can move somewhere else, it's okay. If they can't move somewhere else, they die. So I think that might only be the children, but I'm not sure. So you want to be careful about that when you're upgrading your houses and all. I actually only need 1 builder for this job, apparently, so no sense in having 2. The other people do need stuff to do, though, so we'll continue to collect stone and maybe some ore and maybe some hay as well. I can't figure out if hay actually like grows back or what the deal is, but anyway, we just keep up our resource harvesting so they're not sitting around being wastrels. Alright, that upgrade got done. I think we're safe. We have enough empty spots to where upgrading is going to be fine. We need a school at some point soon, too. See, the bear just comes right up. He's just chilling. Having a drink of water. Staring down this little girl. No problem. No reason for alarm there. Happens to me all the time here in the suburbs. That's a lot of stuff I assigned. This is a weird geological formation. I hadn't seen this kind of thing before. I love the terraforming. You can actually terraform stuff. It's like a dry creek bed there. Wow, that is cool. And a hog. Yeah, its terrain is a lot more sort of evolved, I guess you'd say, than in Banished. You can terraform things. You can flatten hills, and you do this by actually getting your people to do it. It's not like it's just automatic, you know, like it is in Colonial Charter, I forgot the name of the mod. Yeah, it's Colonial Charter, where you can just automatically flatten things. It's kind of a cheap gimmick, but in this game, you actually have to do, like, you know, like the Chinese used to do, and just grab a shovel. It takes a lot of time, but it is cool to have that option, you know, to flatten things out so you can use that space. Alright, do we get... another upgrade? There we go. Did we upgrade 2 shack? We only upgraded 1 shack. Okay, never mind. Thought we had gotten 2 there for some reason. Now, it's not going to be for another year before we get any of our teenagers growing up, and they will be uneducated, unfortunately, because we haven't built a school yet. I am going to build a school very soon. It's a bit expensive. Look at how many logs it costs. 390. So we want some of the basic resource gathering things. A forester, mainly, before we do that, I think. Oh, we did upgrade 2 of these shacks. This is not an upgraded shack. Upgrade this shack, please. And we can also upgrade this house. Not yet, though, because we don't want everyone kicked out at the same time. A lot of wood that's going to cost. Well, we need a forester and a wood chopper before we get anything else. So I think we'll do that. Forester's Lodge, same concept as in Banished. You got to put it up in the woods. And then take away all the stone and stuff from around it. Boom, there's our forester. He would benefit from an extra builder helping him out, I guess. So we'll do this. The bear is now a community mascot, no big deal. That looks like a grizzly, but, you know, what am I? Not a fucking zoologist. Still, probably best avoided when you're carrying a big basket full of fish. But what do I know? Alright, how's that forester coming along? There he is. He's got a tower so you can see him. That's handy. Alright, so same concept as in Banished. A lot of this is pretty much just taken from Banished. And you know, that's fine and everything. But it's really easy to pick up if you played Banished. So let's give this guy some workers here, some foresters. I was trying to pick out the right word. 2. It looks like its max is 2 and it can't be raised. Okay, that's fine. So we still have 1 spare worker. Actually, we have 3. Looks like we had 1 person grow up into an adult and 1 person grow up into a teenager. Very nice. Late summer year 1. Our food seems to be okay. Be nice to hire another fisherman. Let's do that. Oh, it's this button. Okay. So we've done that. And we're moving right along. A little town is burgeoning here. What is this? Is this actually... It's like a little swamp. A little swampy area. That's quite cool. The rain falling. It's a beautiful game, really. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. This is a little sandbar out here. A little barrier island. Yeah. Much more sort of realistic feel to the landscape than Banished. So, where are we at? We got 2 spare pop, which is not a whole lot. I think we've done most of this harvesting. I still see an X there, though. We've done most of this harvesting. We have decent building resources. A stone quarry should probably be next, but maybe not before the wood chopper. I think next is the wood chopper. It is wintertime coming up. We have 300 firewood right now. But I think that's the right direction to go. Now I'm just basing this off of my limited playtime, but I think that is the best decision. So let's do that. It's a lumberjack lodge. It's a very small little thing, and it's going to go right there. We'll have to reassign 2 builders. And this building actually takes 3 people. We won't have it full right away, but soon we will. Is the bear helping? No. Okay. We have a bit of space for babies, but I haven't seen any babies yet. It's definitely going to happen. I mean, it takes at least 9 months. That's what I learned in school anyway. Not that I have any personal experience. But yeah, it takes a little while before you start seeing babies pop up. It will tell you when they're pregnant, which is nice. It'll say, expecting a baby. That's quite cool. Yeah, there you go. Expecting a baby. I like that feature. Expecting a baby. Okay, so they're all getting knocked up now, which is great. Lumberjack Lodge is complete. I think I'm just going to stick 1 person in there for right now. I can't even do that because I don't even have 1 to spare. We'll do 2. That's going to leave us with absolutely 0 just spare people lying around, which is fine, I guess. So we can't really do anything. We're off the hook. We can't do much unless we want to move around some of our foresters. But I'll be happy just knowing we have enough firewood. I think I'm like lower the cap to something reasonable, like let's say 800. I'd love to do that on the forester as well. Where is he? He's easy to lose in the woods. Oh, screw it, man. Oh, I just discovered you could rotate for the first time. That's a nice feature. This one tree is taller than everybody. Now, I guess that model is the same. Just discovering the game, sort of. Figuring it out. Noticing things. It is kind of a laid-back style, casual game. At least that's what my initial impression is. It's not quite like, why are food reserves low? As soon as I start talking about how the game's easy, it's gonna go and fucking punish me. Shut your mouth. It says food reserves are low, but I think we have 1,600, and I think you can eat this barley too. I'm not sure. I love how it gives you each individual resource instead of just like a category of resources. That's really hard to tell how much you have of each thing. I mean, that limits the amount of resources you can have in the game because they all got to be right here. But still, that's nice. Nice quality of life feature there. It'd be cool if it was symmetrical. Just add 2 useless resources so it's symmetrical. Yeah, I don't know if this one fisherman's lodge is really going to cut it. Some babies are being born now. We're going to need more food gathering, so we could do a farm. There's a lot of ways to get food. We could also let's just at least build a gathering hut. I don't know if we'll turn it on right now, but we'll at least have it as an option if we start to starve to death. Now, a lot of the buildings don't work in wintertime, especially a lot of the food buildings. I know that the fishery does because they fish through wintertime. But like a farm, just like in Banished, it shuts down in winter. I believe the Gatherer shuts down in winter too. I never find this freaking forester. Alright, just like in Banished, I'm going to slam this down right next to the forester. Of course, I don't have anybody to build it unless I guess I'm going to get rid of the forester for a little while. And those guys are going to be my builders for right now. I mean, 370 wood is not a whole lot, but it's enough for what I need it for right now. That's just going to cost another 50. The rest of it will be slowly converted into firewood for the wintertime, which is now arriving, it looks like. And yeah, looks like a year is about the perfect time for an episode, which is quite cool. I wonder if they designed that with Let's Players in mind. Probably not, but it still works out that way. Got the resources? Nah, we need the wood. Okay. That's going to take a little while. Fine, fine. We will need to deal with the same things in Banished, like clothing and tools. I haven't ever gotten that high tech in any of the games that I've played so far. the one game that I've played so far, rather. So that's going to be interesting to discover together. It doesn't seem to be too complicated, though, so far. I think this covers most of the basics. Did the Gatherer's Hut finish? No, I would have gotten an update, huh? I can see it a lot easier now that it's got that little pause sign by it. Okay, well that'll get built over the winter anyway. It's just early winter now. Everybody's gathering up the firewood. We got plenty of fish. I don't know what the game's talking about, saying low food. Our fish amount is growing. I don't know if they can only eat fish or how that works, but I know man cannot live on bread alone or fish alone. So we're going to be getting them some other food to eat real soon. You can just click on this and it'll go to the Gatherer's Hut. That's nice. Boom, it's done. Okay, let's get rid of our builders. And I think what we'll do, because this guy can't work in wintertime anyway, so we'll put him back in here because they can work. And then come springtime, we'll assign some gatherers. Hopefully some of these teenagers will have grown up by then. I think my housing is probably full at this point, yeah. 2 babies coming. This one's full. This one will be full shortly, I'm sure. And this one will be full shortly, so I'm going to want some new housing in the spring too. Of course, with new housing, new population, you're going to have to keep on bringing the food sources. But with our new Gatherer's Hut, we should be okay. I think. I hope. And I'm very likely to lose this Let's Play horribly and totally fail, but I have a lot of experience with these games. If you've watched the channel, that's not to say I'm especially good at them, but I think I stand a fighting chance of making it at least a year. And we only have 2 of these guys. I love the day-night cycle too, and there's the weather cycle. All this stuff is just, it's like Banished with a more sort of artistic design and a less maybe micromanagey design. Now that being said, I haven't gotten into the late game production chain, so I don't know what to expect. I've heard that the weather is very important in how you farm, so there's like kind of advanced farming. I'm not sure exactly how that works, but you want to get your certain crops in certain temperatures, certain amounts of rainfall, things like that. So that is a little more maybe min-maxy, but we'll have to see. It is now deep in the heart of wintertime. The sky has a reddish hue. Oh yeah, another thing I didn't show you guys, and this is really, it doesn't seem to have a huge function in the game, but you can possess your minions. This is pretty nice, right? And then I can like go to the storehouse, which I guess is this thing, right? I think that's, yeah, no, it's this one. This is like the granary. I don't even know what I'm carrying. See, it doesn't actually tell. Oh, I'm carrying firewood. Okay, so I can interact. I can drop the firewood in my house, and I can just go in my little shack and look at my little bowl of bread and my little plate of fish. Man, we've come a long way graphically, haven't we? We can actually render realistic-looking embers. I mean, realistic-ish, anyway. Yeah, so this is me. I can also press 1, and that, like, plays some weird banjo song that I guess freaks people out because they think they're going to be sodomized and so they work faster. That's my interpretation. Don't tell the devs that, but I think it's supposed to be like a production boost. And number 2, I'm pretty sure plants a tree. And then number 5, I have no idea. It just goes. Oh, now it's one. I press 5 and it wants to plant a tree. 6, open inventory. Okay. Well, I'm learning, but anyway, it doesn't actually serve that much of a purpose to possess people. It doesn't seem to anyway. Like, you don't actually really get stuff done that much faster. Actually, I think you probably get it done slower because the AI's more efficient at that kind of stuff. But you know, you can harvest trees and that kind of shit. That's kind of fun. Alright, we're approaching the end of the year. We had some babies born in wintertime. We've got space, space, and yeah, so we've got 2 spaces only for babies. So it's time for a new house in springtime. Definitely. But in the meantime, I think I'm going to leave you guys there. If you like the series, go ahead and let me know. If you hate me and you hate the series and you want me to stop, you know, throwing my garbage on YouTube, then you can say that too. You know, I'm pretty tough and I can probably take it. But in all seriousness, I hope you guys are stoked for the series like I am, even if it's just sort of staring at the beauty and the majesty of the of the graphics. But yeah, having a little bit of fun with this game. So check it out, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.